If you're hunting for a new job, that job search might feel endless, but it doesn't have to be. We spoke with career expert Caroline Ceniza-Levine on the one strategy to deploy to get a job fast.
I would set deadlines. Plan to get a job in 90 days. You spend that first 30 days thinking about what you want to do, researching it, getting to know it, and then you have the last 2 months to start meeting people, interviewing with people, and landing your job. It can be a fungible deadline, but I like to give people enough time to look at things, but not so much time that they then spend months and months, and then all of a sudden it's a year and they haven't done anything.
Jeanie is here with more. Jeanie, what do you think?
Yeah, so your timing is critical, right? So your mission is to get that job in 90 days, and I love this advice because it helps you to focus just like anything else. If you give yourself a deadline, you're likely to get it done faster. So if you're going to switch careers, I think it's the most important to reassess what your passions are, reconnect with the network that you have, and really think outside the box. Who do I know in that industry that could help me? Because 70% of people who get hired, it's through a networking.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Right? But I mean, how many people keep that up? Do you guys keep up with your networking contacts throughout your previous jobs? I mean, it's hard to do. It's work.
Yeah, it is work, but also I think the nature of our job,
yes,
like being hosts
of our
industry in general, makes it easy to have a natural network.
That's so like true. It's part of your job.
It's part of our job to be networking constantly. So I think that's kind of a byproduct of this profession.
Let me ask you this, Jeanie. When you say 90 days, is that in general considered a sort of conservative estimate? Like, to me, I hear 90 days, and I feel like that's a long time to be looking, like 3 months, especially if you're out of work. Well, but maybe we're talking about if you're still holding on to your current job while you're looking.
It's always better to find another job when you're in a job, right? So if you could dedicate at least 2 hours a day while you are doing that, if you think about 2 hours
full-time
after...
job.
Current employer doesn't love that,
but if you're not in a job, definitely it should be your full-time job, right? So keep this in mind. 38 days is the number of days that a recruiter spends in filling a position. So that number, knowing that typically that is the average, and sometimes jobs that are in the know, the best jobs often are just posted after they've already been filled because they have to do that. So that's why your networking is so important. Most people want to have references and all of that in place, but if you're not getting a job in 90 days, you really need to pinpoint the problem.
I remember we were taught this by our career planning council at college.
That you had one.
Oh, we had one.
They just told us good luck.
Into that so much.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm sure you had one.
I walked up the stage. They're like, "Good luck in the world."
You didn't tap into that. You didn't tap into that networking resource, right?
Yeah. So in that context, it was really interesting to hear. You know, for the finance world, these are the months you have to apply. For the media world, this is the hot spot. For entertainment, you know, all of those different categories. Yeah. And I feel like it's seasonal. So 90 days in the summer might actually turn into 120 days because people
aren't
in the
holidays.
Or in the holidays.
Yes.
So what are the kind of hot periods of time that if you do have the choice, because you're holding on to a current job, that you should be actively looking?
Right. It might be timing to the industry, but if you are having issues, you're not getting a call back. Maybe your resume is the problem. If you are getting a call back but not making it to second rounds, maybe your interview skills aren't so great.
So look within.
Yeah, I mean, also getting that feedback is great. At the third process, if you've gone through multiple rounds but you're not getting hired, maybe your references and background is the issue, right? So there are many things.
All of the above.
Yes, but it's exactly what part are you getting stuck, and pinpointing that and asking for outside help always helps. It doesn't have to cost a lot. You could ask people in your company, ask a mentor, but also career coaches that you can pay are also on tap.
Deadlines are great. All right, thanks, Jeanie.
Thank you.